This man is a jet pilot, and yet he works for a trucking and earth-moving company. The million-dollar aircraft he flies is just one of the changes in a company that has kept pace with the whirlwind developments of this, the jet age.
First tower, Bravo, Juliet, clearance available?
Bravo, Juliet, clearance 76, cruise flight level 310. Clear for takeoff, make right turn.
This is the story of Bell Brothers Proprietary Limited, founded here near Perth a little more than 50 years ago, and now one of Australia's biggest single enterprises in the fields of transport, earth-moving, road construction, and a host of kindred ventures. Graham Bell, a grandson of the founder, is the company's Director of Operations. Today, he's heading north, 1,000 miles to Port Hedland, in the heart of the big iron ore developments where Bell's has centered its northwest operations. With him is Tom O'Brien, the company's divisional manager contracting and right-hand man.
While we're on Faduna, I wanted to do a direction from you on these scrapers for Faduna. We'll need 2, possibly 3 scrapers at Faduna.
Yes, well, any day we'll be washed out at Faduna, at Pinjarra, rather, so we can move them out, but this is only a few days. We can't take them until we are washed out there, but it'll rain pretty heavily.
Yeah. Well, I'll take us right then. They can come from Pinjarra.
Yes.
I can work on this and say
take them as soon as it rains.
We'll say 4 to 5 days.
Yeah. I wonder how things are going at Pinjarra today anyway.
The job at Pinjarra is a big one, but that's nothing new to Bell Brothers. They have big jobs all over the state. Here, 60 miles south of Perth, Bell's machines are gouging the foundations for the world's biggest bauxite plant, which is under construction for international aluminium producers Alcoa. Some of the machines on this long-term contract are as big as they come. This scraper carries 50 tons in every load. The operation must be carried out with the logistics of an army. Teams of men must be housed and fed.
Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. With string beans and onions, carpaches and scallions, and all kinds of fruit and steak. We have an old-fashioned tomato, Long Island potato. But yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today.
Nearby on the coast at Yunderup, the company is digging a system of canals for a unique housing project near one of the state's most popular holiday resorts. And a little to the north, on the Kwinana industrial strip near Perth, the company is engaged in Operation Mud Lake, the building of a giant settling pond nearly a mile across and hundreds of feet deep. Big industry must dump large quantities of liquid waste. This pond will accommodate the material for years to come. For Tom O'Brien, the jet flight is just one hop in a day of flying. He's joined at Mount Newman by Northwest Area Manager Harry Brenton, and they're on their way to some of the company's inland projects.
Hello, Jerry. Hello, Harry. We'll get on straight on. I think we've got to get down there, so we'll keep moving.
They fly deeper into the dry inland. First stop Thaduna, where the mining is for green gold, copper. The mine is owned by British Metals Corporation, one of the largest UK companies in the field. Bell Brothers is supplying the machinery to win the ore. Production's going fine. Tom O'Brien's seen enough. He has appointments to keep back at another mine site. This is Mount Newman, giant in the sun, one of the world's biggest single deposits of iron ore. Here, the job of digging it out isn't Tom's problem. The company has its work in the foundations of a whole new town. New home sites are prepared, a new town takes shape. Hundreds of houses in the first 3 years of mining operation, hundreds more in the immediate years ahead. Roads to the mine, roads for the town, and the expansion of the town's airport up to big jet operation. Bell Brothers has the contract. Up at Port Hedland, the company has a different sort of work in hand. New locos are needed at Mount Newman mining. Bells will bring them ashore. It's a big lift, a 100-tonner. This one's the worry of Assistant Transport Manager David Gillam. 82 wheels on the road. Not the time for a puncture. The Big Jinker has been transported 1,000 road miles from Perth for the job. And everything goes off just fine. Port Hedland is the centre for many of the company's operations. Wilf Edwards is a truck driver on the manganese run. He's heading out 250 miles to the edge of the Great Sandy Desert, and the company's own manganese mine near Woody Woody. Bells were the first in Australia to export manganese. The ore from this deposit is shipped out to the steel mills of Japan.
The trip from the mine's roughly about 14 hours with a good run. Now and again we run into our minor breakdowns. It's a dirt road all the way in. During the wet it's always dangerous, you just don't know how long you'll be on the road. Sometimes we can get stuck for a week. We generally carry enough tucker to last us the trip and a week's supply in hand. If we're stuck out here for any length of time, the company keep trace of us and generally fly out in the plane an airdrop of tucker to us. Well, I like the north. It's more free and easy than the city. The weather gets a little hot on times, but that's something you expect up in this area. As I say, it's a free and easy life that brings us here more than anything.
Bells has its own shiploading facility, and another load goes to the export market. Just lately, Bells has found itself in the shipping business. Nothing spectacular, mind you, but they have this big contract on East Intercourse Island in the Norwest Dampier Archipelago, and that means shipping men and their machines across to the site. The Aborigines used to come here and paint on the rocks. The company is building a causeway from the island to the mainland, more than a mile of it, and across deep water. It will be a major port and the location for big iron ore refining plants. The company's executives come on site to inspect the works. Director of Finance, Len Fletcher. Reith Ross, Director.